All right. So going back to my original question, I had to get that out. Sorry, I have ADD. I'm starting to kick in. You can see my coffee's kicking in. I'm starting to wake up. So the squirrels are everywhere right now. And but anyway, so back to some of those. What was my original question? So back to those inefficiencies that you were seeing. I think that's what I asked. If
Oh,
you
yeah.
remember, go ahead and make me look good here because I'm failing here.
Yeah, inefficiencies that we're trying to solve for. That was the original question. There's a few. The biggest one that we're trying to solve for is duplicate entry. Agencies right now spend hours on duplicating their information, whether that's in their AMS, in the carrier systems, in Accord apps, everywhere. You're always typing the same information. It's a mundane, tedious task that CSRs are doing, and it would save them hours of time by using a system like ours. That's the biggest one. But second, it's providing carriers the ability to see quotes that they don't previously get. So there's a lot of classes of business that agencies assume a carrier like Liberty Mutual or CNA employers isn't going to write. And going through the system, we use Ask Kodiak for NAICS appetite. You search the NAICS appetite, and Ask Kodiak tells us, hey, all these carriers can write it. And they can go through the quote flow and submit to all the carriers that have an appetite for it. So that's a huge solution for the agency because now you're submitting business to carriers that previously weren't getting those landscapers, those liquor stores, those convenience stores, whatever it is, because you didn't think they could write them, but they actually can, and they do it competitively.
That's awesome, and that's a big thing. So let me ask you this. Okay, so one of the things that and this was several years ago, but I'm sure it's still going on because you talk about antiquated. So a lot of times, some agency or some carriers that I worked for anyway still wanted Accord apps. So can you convert that from your system to an Accord app and then still email that off in a PDF form of some sort?
So that's one of the new features. So we're talking about some of our new features that are coming in the coming months. That Accord app download is a huge one that we've been working on for a bit, and the Accord app upload. And we're hoping to release that in December.
I didn't mean to steal your thunder on that. It was just something I thought would be cool.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we're on the same page there.
everyone always asks about it. It's funny that you just brought it up because that's one of the things that we've been working on for a while. But you can do it in a way where Accord apps can download, but it doesn't cover all the data. And that's what 99% of Accord integrations do, is it downloads these Accord apps that are kind of unclear on what you're trying to accomplish. Our system's goal is to get all the data into that Accord app so everything is covered.
That's awesome. I think that would be huge. And so any other inefficiencies that you saw that you wanted to discuss? If not, we could edit this part out, but I just wanted to know if there's anything else.
So I think the biggest one for me right now is the data component of things. I know that a lot of carriers and a lot of AMS systems, larger agencies are providing data analytics and data insights and doing all this stuff with their data, but it's 10% of the picture. It's not covering everything that you need to cover to get a proper understanding of what's going on. And that's literally only true in the insurance industry. If you look at any other industry, if you look at cars, if you look at hotels, if you look at anything else, you can track everything that's going on that you need to know to make your company do better. In insurance, you have no idea. Like we were talking about this to an agency the other day. They have no idea how much time they spent on quoting in the month of October. They don't know how many policies they bound versus quoted in the month of October. They don't know how many carriers they submitted to in the month of October. They don't know how many carriers declined those quoted businesses in the month of October. How can you go run a business without knowing everything that you're doing day after day after day? So then the next month you can improve, and the next month you can improve, because every hour that CSR, that producer spends on something that's not making you money is actually losing you money.